Do you know who Stanwood Duvall is? Yeah, Stanwood Duvall. That's a dumb name, I'll be honest with you. My name's Lonsberry, so I know what it's like to have a dumb name, but Stanwood, that's pretty dumb. It belongs to a pretty dumb judge appointed by Bill Clinton back in 1994. Anyway, Stanwood Duvall is the United States District Judge down in New Orleans, Louisiana. And you know, since Harry Connick Jr., not a single good thing has come out of New Orleans, Louisiana. It seems to be kind of a hotbed for dumb, maybe dumb and lazy and whining. At any rate, this Judge Duvall, last week, he ruled that Hurricane Katrina and the damage it did to New Orleans was the fault of the United States Army Corps of Engineers. Now, you and I, not being educated like His Honor, we thought that that was an act of God, some kind of act of nature, something like that. Turns out, no, Stanwood Duvall has decided that because the Corps of Engineers didn't put this creek this way and that way and build this dike a little bit higher, that the damage in New Orleans is the fault of the Corps of Engineers. And he said that the people of New Orleans who appear before him are entitled to $317,000 each. Now, he hadn't said that before the lawyer for the whole deal was out in the hallway in front of the TV cameras saying, hold it, if this is good for my clients, it's good for every citizen of New Orleans before the flood, and I'm going to Washington to see if they can't write me the check PDQ. Well, I got a calculator on my computer over here because it's all high-tech at the radio station. And I multiplied $317,000 per person by the population of New Orleans. That's who the lawyer says deserves the money. The population of New Orleans used to be 400,000 people. Yeah, exactly. 400 grand. So I multiply that together on the computer, and it was 126 and an 8 followed by 8 zeros, which, the way I look at it, is $126 billion. Yeah, $126 billion, according to the judge's math, we need to pay to the people of New Orleans, because we haven't given these gold bricks near enough. Now, here's the thing. It was a terrible storm, and it did horrific damage. Wonderful, innocent people lost their lives. The nation rushed in. But unfortunately, in the years since Katrina, we've not seen gratitude. We've not seen the can-do spirit. We've seen folks with an entitlement chip on their shoulder. We've seen folks who, all this time later, are still living in emergency housing, be it a hotel or a trailer. The bottom line is that there are an awful lot of folks who weren't supporting themselves before the flood, and they haven't been supporting themselves since the flood. And now a judge says that the evil army owes them $126.8 billion. That'll probably come out of defense spending. Well, and there'll be more lawyering about this. And I hope that the Obama government tries to convince this judge or subsequent judges that this is insane. But these folks upon whom we've already spent more than any other natural disaster in the history of this country are about to get what ends up being the largest single welfare payout this nation's ever seen. Well, that's no good. I hope it gets overturned. If it doesn't, I've got a little idea. If this is supposed to compensate these people for the damages they've received since the hurricane, and inasmuch as for many of them, all the damages they faced as a consequence of the hurricane have been underwritten already by your taxes, how about we say, okay, if Stanwood says you're eligible for $317,000, then how about first we deduct everything we've already spent on you? All those charge cards that they racked up purchases with right after the flood, all the years in the apartments and houses across the country, all the FEMA trailers, all the aid, all the special welfare, all the special health care. Let's deduct all that. Because really, you weren't damaged financially by this. we were picking up the tab, so we were damaged financially by this. The bottom line is that this is a money grab, that this is theft via the federal judiciary. This is go to court and play the lotto of make me rich. The fact is we can't guarantee or protect against every disaster. The fact is that New Orleans is below sea level and right in the path of one of the largest hurricanes we've ever seen. That flooding is a natural act of God. It's a force of nature. It's not the fault of the Army. It's not the fault of the Corps of Engineers. And these people don't deserve $317,000.